Hey, friends and fam, it's been a few days. If you were reaching out at all during the past several days, I'm sorry I did not get to you, but I will follow up. I have every intention to follow up. I just felt the need and the importance to continue um, to kind of unplug for the weekend. And I'm going to go into that a little bit more right now because I feel like it's a necessary tool for everybody, and I think everybody needs this at some point or another. Now, I'm gonna throw out the disclaimer and say, do not use every excuse as an opportunity to unplug. That is not the point. The point is to work and work hard when it's time to work, but be cognizant of your needs. And sometimes that's a mental break, sometimes that's a physical break, sometimes you need rest, sometimes you need a recharge. That's what I'm speaking on. And I felt it was important to commit myself to this unplugging, even though I had messages coming in and so on. But I know that if I don't commit myself to periodically unplugging when it's time to, that I will work myself at times where I really shouldn't be working, and I won't be appreciative of the moment that I'm in. I have a 15-month-old daughter, and I love every moment I get with her. And I don't want to be so focused on working that I miss these months, because once they go by, I'm never going to have them again. So that being said, I chose to play the long game, and I chose to rest and unplug. And for a lot of people, they're okay with working all different hours of the day. They're okay with working ridiculous schedules like 60 and 70 and 80 hours a week, and doing that day after day and year after year and month after month. And that's not the sacrifice that I'm willing to make. I know where that leads, because I know a lot of these people as clients now. And that sort of sacrifice, you lose time with your family, you lose time with any of your friends, and your health suffers. Your drug of choice becomes food. And once you're off of work, there's nothing else to do. Your mechanism for unplugging is, let me go ahead and get something and sit down so I can eat and watch and unplug. And my friends, that is not life. And I know it seems like it is. Don't get me wrong. I don't know anybody who doesn't smile after having some chocolate. But this, as a long-term sustained habit, is detrimental for your health, and it leads down a path that you do not want to follow. You do not want to see what's at the end of cardiovascular disease or stroke or hypertension or diabetes. You do not want to see what it's like to get toes amputated, because that's the road that leads to. So let's talk unplugging. That doesn't mean just mindlessly eating food in front of the TV. That means taking some intentional time away, spending it with God, spending it with the ones you love, and leaving aside the distractions of the day. It allows you to work better when you actually do work, because now you can focus, being that you're not rattled from spending 16 hours a day focused on one task. You realize that you only have finite amount of time in a day to do the things that you have to do, and it gives you a little pep in your step in order to do them. And finally, it's all about enjoyment, guys, right? I mean, the reason we live this life is not to work and only work and that be the only thing we do. The reason we live this life is to enjoy life, to spend time with our loved ones. And if we're not doing that, and we're perpetuating the cycle with negative eating habits, and then throwing in there not taking the time necessary for you to go ahead and maybe hit the gym, maybe that's part of your unplug because it's part of mine, you're not doing these things, all you're doing is hurting yourself and those around you. So if these are areas that you find you have a weakness in, I'd like to help you in that area. You know, with Iron Sharpens Iron, we do more than just fitness, it's lifestyle. We talk about nutrition, we talk about mindset, we talk about things beyond just the barometer of what you look at on the scale, but things that matter, things that are going to last, like building a habit that is going to be healthy and sustainable for the next 20, 30, 40 years, or however long God gives you. If that is something you are looking for, reach out, because you're the person that I'm looking to help. Anyways, guys, thank you for listening to my ramblings. Remember to make moves and not excuses, and feel free to reach out.